Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackHere.com. Today we're going to install a set of folding Norton racing control levers on Max Van's Moto America Ninja 400 race bike. Okay, odds are you may have already seen the gas cap install here. You know, we're kind of redoing some of the stuff that we've done to the Ninja. The point behind this is really not so much the install, it's to give you some insight into the quality and the fitment of the Norton Racing product line. To many of us, this is going to be a new brand, right? So we want to go through all the paces to show you what they have to offer, right? With these control levers, I like the quality of the machining, and you know you've probably seen my Truth About Motorcycle Levers video, right? If your levers are fucked up, I'm gonna call you out 100%, because guess what can't happen? You can't put a brake lever on your motorcycle that's not gonna be there when you reach for it. It's really important. So when it comes to controls, I can be a bit of a snob. I've looked at these really close. I like what I see here. The quality is excellent. I'm excited to see how well they fit on the bike, right? My expectations are high. I think they're gonna fit and they're gonna be fantastic. I already know they're being used in Moto America, and that helps give me a little bit of confidence for sure. But if I'm confident enough that when my little buddy reaches for the brake lever, it's gonna be there, I would hope that you would feel the same way. Start off with the brake lever. I'm gonna remove the jam nut. Right? Just 10 millimeter, got a little quarter drive ratchet here. It's a little locking nut they put on the pivot bolt. You always want to make sure you put that stuff back on there, right? Even though this bolt threads into the master itself, you still need to make sure that you have that lock nut on there. You know, if there's any one thing on this bike that can't fall off, I mean, this is certainly on that list, right? I actually know one person who severely injured when his brake lever, it was on a Brembo master cylinder. That's a whole nother story. It's an older design. You know, the lever, it fell off, and you know, he was practice day at Barber, and when he went to go for the brakes on the back section there was no lever. And he ended up off track at a very high rate of speed, resulted in an injury. Okay, we're gonna clean some of this up. I like to put a little lubrication in here in a couple spots. We'll cover that. Pretty much anywhere the lever is gonna touch the piston, right, or touch the master cylinder itself, a little bit of lubrication goes a long way. You don't need a ton. Right, just a thin film is going to get the job done. What I use for that is just a real basic general grease. Get a thin little film in there. Right, and then the lever's going to touch here. Lever's going to touch over here. You can see that's just the tiniest little bit. And then we're going to put just a little bit here on the piston of the master. Go ahead and snug that up. Let's grab that lock nut. Make sure you have a backup wrench. Like so. Obviously double check your work. There is the brake side. Now we'll move on over to the clutch. Okay, now the clutch side. First thing we need to do is, let's go ahead and loosen up the clutch cable. Ultimately, I think moving forward into this year, I think I'd like to maybe do something different with this OEM clutch perch. I'm not really sure yet. We haven't had any issues with it. It's just you can tell it's cheap, right? The adjuster sometimes is difficult to keep the jam nut tight. Same deal as over on the brake side. Got a jam nut. Well, the clutch lever certainly is important. It's important since it's not on the same level as that of the brake lever. Right? This falls off while you're riding, it's just a bummer. Whereas the brake lever falls off, well, you're shit out of luck. Okay, slide that out. And you'll see here, Caleb can come over the other side, but that clutch perch is slotted. Everything is slotted. You line all the slots up and that allows you to get the cable off of the perch, turn it over, out it comes. Just as we did on the brake side, there's a couple of lubrication points that I like to address before installing the lever. As you can see, it's not a ton of grease, it's just a little bit. And where the clutch cable is going to go in, get that slid in there like so. Probably one of the most critical things with the clutch lever is that free play adjustment at the very end. I can't tell you how many times I've seen riders have the clutch adjusted so tight here that it never allows the pressure plate to have full pressure on the stack, right? Never allows it to return all the way. So what ends up happening is the clutch ultimately starts to slip, right? So you really want to make sure when you adjust the free play adjustment up here, if you're going to err at all, you want to err to the loose side, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about as we wrap this up. Get your jam nut tight. Okay, obviously we've made no adjustment here, so there's your free play. Right, that is a lot. So what I like to do is I'll kind of grab onto the clutch lever, or I'm sorry, the clutch cable, right? And you're able to slide it in and out. So I'll kind of pull it out like that. And then I'll adjust this until it starts to touch. I would label that too tight. I don't like that. That I like. This bike is set up a little different. We have an auxiliary spring on the outside of the clutch cable. So it makes it feel a little bit different. You feel that spring immediately, right? So in this case, my free play is from here to basically right there. That's the moment when it starts to actually disengage. There you go. Once again, everything feels great. This fits just as the other replacement lever I had on there did, which is a great quality brand. You can see the length. This is going to be more of a, I don't want to call it it's probably about a 3/4 lever. This is a standard length here. Okay, so you're going to have just a little bit more leverage with it. Realistically, this is more than enough and quite likely even more appropriate for racing. Something you want to consider with the lever length. Right, when you use a standard length lever, it comes out further. What I do is I adjust all my controls in a little bit. We have a lever guard over there too, right? But if the levers are a little more inward or a little shorter, right, when you have a tip over, it increases the chances the lever is going to survive the crash to be able to pick the bike up and hopefully continue. Best case scenario, or worst case scenario, if there's other issues with the bike, damaged, hopefully at least the levers themselves are spared. And of course you have the fold up portion, which further enhances or increases the chances the lever survives the crash, right? So that's the benefit of that. Another good part from Norton. We have more to come. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments section of this video. Answer all that stuff myself, and I'm here to make sure you get the same experience from your bolt-on parts we do ours.